Hey, Magic Unicorn of Onpassive. It's the 9th of November. Today I got Big Redford's coming on. Chris is getting his camper detailed. Yeah, he is. Anyway, see you on the inside. Don't forget to subscribe and ring that bell. Yes. Pretty hard to be serious after that. Anyway, I know I can't let it go. It's like a problem. Hello, everybody, and welcome. As you can see, I have the one and only Redford here. Chris is getting stuff done with his camper so he can go on this United States journey of his, which I think is so cool. I'm so glad he's doing it. Anyway, yesterday, Mr. Bufar did come on, and we thank him very much because he even said, I'm going to have to go in between a meeting. And he came on, and as if you saw him, he's working hard. I mean, I don't even, if somebody expects that they can do more, they can. And I want to, Red's going to get into more of the details of what happened with the update. But what I want to say is, whatever it is, whatever we get, we know this. And I want to, by the way, I want to relate something to you that we all know, but think about it. When you hear like the end of the year, it's 4 or 5 weeks. Okay. It's like 6 weeks. It's not months and months away. It's next month is the end of the year. So anyway, but the first part of 2024, we can actually seal this terrarium and be our own. And like he said, when that happens and we get that new data center, which is a monster, we can actually own the internet. That's when it happens. That's when, now right now, there's outsourcing we have no control over. Okay, we have to do it. We have to use part of AWS. We have to use merchants. We have to go through certain credit cards. It's just part of the game. We have to do it. The problem is, because Onpassive is a hybrid of something that's never existed, it's a shock to everybody. Everybody. People come in and they say, well, I don't know why you're having a problem. Because you're looking at something that's never been there before. They always go, just like we do the same thing. We judge things by where we've been. When you get Onpassive, you got to stop because Onpassive is something different. And what I loved about the meeting, without the update, without getting involved a lot, is the goal is to make us the best of the best, okay? To make it whatever it takes. I mean, and money's not an issue. We should be happy over that. And we should be really happy it's not our money, okay? And they're doing all the work. He didn't get a lot of detail, but if you watch the video of what happened in Africa and Egypt, it is massive. Massive. There's 450 million people in the Arabic countries alone. I'm not counting the rest of that. I mean, India has over almost 2 billion. Come on. We have the market. We're in the right place. And what I said yesterday, I want to tell you, because I do market, when I look up things, I look up, okay, who's AI friendly, who loves technology, who loves cryptocurrency, what countries are going that direction. That's who it is. It's not brain surgery. They know they're in the right place. Now, is that going to float over? Yes, we are worldwide. Red's going to get into details of what Ash said about the expansion of Onpassive. Ash cannot come up and say, we're going here, we should be there in a month. Can't do it. Why? Because founders run their mouth and say, hey, we're here, but we may not be yet. He'll say it when it's official, and it's a big deal. Anyway, I don't have a lot to say today. It's Saturday, but I want to tell you, I did a thing with Julie Pierre. I really enjoyed it. Of course, I talk too much, but that's me. But it was good. Huh? Oh, it's Thursday. That's right.
It is Thursday, and I was going to correct you, but I was going to wait for you to finish.
You know why? The kids are off school, and I'm blown away. Okay, wow, it's only Thursday, so guess what? I'll tell you about Saturday when I get there. Anyway, Dawn runs in and tell me, hey, knucklehead, it's Thursday. Anyway, so I'm going to turn it over to Red, and he's obviously going to inspire me to say something at the end. So, Red, it's all yours, bud.
Thank you so much. Good to be here with you, Marty. I know I'm not Chris Johnson, but I shall do my very best to expand my neck and head to make it look a little bit like him. Before we get into what Ash Mufareh had to say yesterday, let's just rewind slightly to what Marty's been talking about the Egypt Africa conference that was held in Sharm el-Sheikh last week, and the importance of it. Now, Marty mentioned a few numbers about how many people are in Africa. I can tell you there is close to 1.5 billion people on the African continent. Huge marketplace. And as I was saying last night with Ash, that this is the largest expanding continent as far as users of the internet is concerned, because of the ability of connectivity that is coming their way through the likes of Elon Musk with Skyline, and also the normal telecommunications that are being installed around the whole of the African continent. This is a big, big source at the moment of new people that are coming into the internet world. And Onpassive, and in fact, Egypt and the whole of the African and Arabic countries, they want a slice of that cake. Now, this year's 26th African Arabic conference that was held in Sharm el-Sheikh, we were front and center of that. Why is it important for us as a company? Because it gives other countries in the African continent to have a good look at Onpassive in the flesh, up and personal, and to talk about what we can offer, not individuals, not businesses, but literally countries. And if you were listening last night, you heard our CEO actually saying that 2 different countries have even gone out to Dubai to talk to our executives over there, mainly for 2 of the products, which was OTracker and OConnect. They have seen both of these and they are very interested. Now, as I've said, these aren't individuals, they are not businesses, they are countries. And if we have countries looking at us already and interested what we have to offer, and they are taking us up and using our technologies, this is a big deal for us as founders. Why? Because as I said yesterday on my live, and last night, as I said on last night, founders need to understand how important that position is. Why? Because every single person in Onpassive at the moment can and has only the ability to come into Onpassive through a existing founder. Yes, after that they can do whatever they want, but they are still going to be part of your organization. And you might be one of the lucky people who have literally a country who is part of your organization. I mean, where else would you ever perceive and believe anything like that could possibly happen to you? Just by having that belief in the early days, being an early adopter of Onpassive and becoming a founder. Absolutely mind-boggling. So it is a big deal, and it is something that's going to continue. And also, if you listen to Ash Mufareh last night, he actually said that we are going to be opening not 1, not 2, but 3 different locations around the globe. We don't know where they are. He hasn't told us when they're going to be there. In fact, he said, I will let you know when they have been fully staffed and kitted out. Go guess, guys. I'm sure we can all start thinking, well, I wonder who it's going to be. I know I'm certainly hoping that one of them's going to be in the UK. That would be absolutely awesome if it was, but I have no idea. And I'm sure every single person around the globe is hoping that it's going to be in their own country as well. We will get that good news when things have been finished, and it'll be added to that list at the bottom of our web pages and all other official Onpassive channels. So let's bring you up to date with what our CEO said last night when he came on. He came on and he was talking very briefly. He wasn't on for long, but what he did bring to the table was very interesting. He said, if you've been following here and there, and you will know that we've been planning to organize and make an entire new ecosystem. It requires a few achievements and major pillars, he said. So I've got a question for you. And he asked us, what is these major pillars for owning the internet? Okay, and Ash said, you need to have your own ecosystem. Now, as we all know, that we've got our own Onpassive ecosystem, single sign-on, and this is where all our products and services of Onpassive are housed. Very important to have that single sign-on. Why? Because it means people haven't got to navigate out of it. It's all in one place. Just click, click, click. You can have many screens open with that single sign-on to be able to access various products and services of Onpassive. That is the first thing that you need to be able to take over the internet, he said. He then moved on to control of your own payment processor and monetizing that money and ability to mobilize payments in and out without restriction from a third party. This requires approval from all of the credit card companies and central banks. This is going to be happening. Major point as far as any business is concerned. Now, we already know that nearly every business has the ability to accept credit cards, cryptocurrency, and all the rest of it. But when you're talking about the volume of money in and money out that Onpassive is already doing without what we are doing in the future, then having complete control over that without it going through a third-party merchant is necessary. That is probably the biggest sticking point that we would have, because we haven't got any control over what that has. And if you remember what he said, not only do we need to have control over the mobilizations of payments in and out with restrictions, then thus improving from the credit cards, he also said monetizing of that money. Okay, so read a little bit between the lines. If you remember what he was talking about, our own Visa and MasterCards through Onpassive, and about having those and actually monetizing and reselling them. This is all part and parcel of exactly what he was talking about last night. Of course, it's speculation at this time on what that's going to be and how it's going to be implemented. But he did say that that was all coming when we had our own merchants and all the rest of it. So when is this going to be happening? He said all of these things should be ready by the end of this year. Does it mean, okay, that everything is on hold to the end of the year? No, 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 no. It does not. It means things are progressing as they are, okay, with the paying in and the paying out. This is being done on a more manual basis at the moment, but it is happening, by the way, guys. Nothing has stopped, nothing is paused till the end of the year, and I'm sure along the next couple of weeks we'll get more updates as far as paying in and paying out is concerned. But at the moment it has been restricted and in a controlled environment, slowed down, because we want to make sure that that ability for people to pay is there. We don't want it to be closed again, and we want it to run through. So at the moment the company is intentionally slowing it down and checking everything as we go along. So if you aren't able to pay right at this moment, keep trying. Okay, not every 5 minutes, maybe once a day or twice a day. If it doesn't go through, have a go the next day, etc. Ashmithara did say that they are doing it manually and it should go through. And what's the other thing that we need to be in complete control to take over the internet within our own business? And that is having our own data center. That means full control of hostings, which is your domain names, etc. All that data that we are using to operate Onpassive's ecosystem and the products and services within it. So domain name registration ability, Verify, which we know is coming as well this year, definitely within the next few weeks. And the KYC, full control of all of that has to go through our data centers, which means no reliance on anybody. All of that data is going to be available in the early part of 2024. We've got a small data center now, guys, but Ash said that this will be ready tentatively in the early months of 2024. It's not just one location, by the way. This is going to be spread over many locations. He's already outsourcing or sourcing more data areas across the globe. So we are spreading, not just in one place, which means any volume we can shunt one automatically to the other and grab more data from another area, all on cloud base. And of course, guys, if you remember back a long time ago when he was talking about data centers, this is something that we're going to outsource. It's not going to be something just for Onpassive, by the way. This is going to be another product that the company will be outsourcing and selling to businesses. At the moment, there is very few large data companies out there. AWS services, which is Amazon, are the largest. There is a couple more as well, but there's not many. So if we can be in the domain of offering data services on the internet at a much reduced rate to what is literally the hundreds of thousands of dollars per month that many companies are paying by using our own data centers, guess where that money's going? Yeah, it's going into Onpassive, and we already know the heart of our CEO, and I'm sure that we will see the benefits of that as well in years to come. So to summarize what is going to be done, we are gearing up by the end of this year to have our own merchant. So that is our own payment system. We are gearing up by the end of the year to have our own ecosystem done and dusted with the products and services within that. In the early part of 2024, we will have our own data center, and this is going to house all of the data for operating of the ecosystem and the payment processors and O-Verify and all the other KYCs, etc. He said, we've had a major breakthrough in the terms of the money control and the paying with cryptocurrency and fiat. We're on track to have it all done by the end of the year, as I've said. He also then said that it's not been an easy thing. But before today, I could not say that everything was a done deal. He came on last night, yesterday afternoon, and he said, we will eventually own everything. Why? Because there's no other company out there that has this complete control over themselves. It's a big deal. You know, when other companies have leverage over you, then they use that leverage in ways that the company don't want it to be. So Friday was last day of the events in Sharm el-Sheikh, as I said, and he talked about that as well. That really was what he had to say yesterday, guys, in a nutshell. All of this is available for you to read in your O-Founders update section. The fantastic Janet Butler, Daryl Cook, and Peter Sarer put that together as they always do. It came out super fast this time, and a massive thanks to you guys for your continued work behind the scenes to bring us all that as well. Get excited, guys, because what is happening as far as Onpassive is concerned by having everything in-house, it is a major, major deal. Don't worry about the small stuff. Don't worry about, I can't pay today, I haven't received my payouts. It's going to happen. Okay, that is a complete done deal. It's going to happen before the end of the year, so don't worry about that. He was just bringing us up to date of what is going to be happening going forward, and the rest of it will be ironed out very, very shortly. Marty DeGamo, it's back over to you.
Fantastic, Red. Thank you, thank you, thank you. If you didn't go to the webinar, Red just said everything that actually happened. And look, let's point out the things that are the biggest of all. We are going to own it in the very front end of 2024. We're going to own it. And I never thought I'd be part of something this big. And the beauty of that is when you get in, or anybody you know gets in, everything they're going to need will be in their fingertips. Red talked about the single sign-on. There are thousands of people, from marketers to business owners. Even when I marketed, I had maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 or 8 different areas I had to log into to do what I did in marketing. No joke. An app here, this here, that here. And the problem with that is because it all wasn't one area, you'll go somewhere and you get distracted, and it's just time consuming because you're moving here, moving there. Can you imagine you have everything in one cockpit of this magnificent jet we own and be able to go bing, 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 bing. You know, push a link, you get in, you want people to, hey, by the way, before we leave, make sure you copy this link you see at the top of the page. And when people are getting ready to leave, you can redirect them. Did you know that? In O Connect, you could put a link in that people automatically go to when the webinar is over. It's a big deal. They automatically go there. Or push a link or call to action. You know, a lot of times in business, I've said this before, when you're talking to people, they're hyped, they really want to do it. And then there's a delayed time between the end of the webinar and they get the information. That delayed time is called light. And once that happens, and somebody gets off the webinar, they walking around, something happens, they get a phone call, they got to go to the school, they got to go somewhere, they come back, and that reasoning and everything kind of died down. If they're looking at it right there, they can boom and hit it. You want the pulse of anybody in Onpassive while you're doing a webinar? It's live. Everything, it's a living, breathing video conferencing platform. It's living, breathing because you can find out everything now. Anything about Onpassive is now and unlimited. And unlimited goes for everything. Okay? Unlimited income. There's no end. You can make more and more and more. And people say, oh, that sounds ridiculous. No. Listen, Ashley was a super affiliate. Okay? When he was maxed out in a company, it didn't max out what the company was making from Ashley Farah, right? So when he maxed out, the company got bigger and bigger through him, but he got the line in the sand. You're done here, but they had no problems in collecting more from the efforts he already did. And on passive, you grow, the company grows, you grow, the company grows, you grow. It's amazing. It really, really is. And you gotta remember those things. And listen, once again, the end of the year always sounds far away. It's like $5 are calling it $4.99. Okay? $4.99 sounds cheaper. It's 1 penny. The end of the year is next month. That's it. So have the faith. Let's keep going, charging ahead. Focus on what you can do. Get the courage to step out. Be you. The best person in this business, the very best person in this business is you. It's your business. Trust me. You can do a lot of things. There's people that I met that wouldn't even turn on their camera a year ago. There's people that I met I've never even seen before 2 weeks ago. Diamonds. I mean, unbelievable people. You're listening to them and going, oh my God, where have they been? Onpassive has collected rubies and diamonds and pearls of people that if you take the time and talk to them, you'll find out. And that, listen, once again, I'm going to say this. The power of this company is the people. It's the relationships we built together. There was a thing that was issued that should have destroyed the company. In fact, I think it might have been the goal. Nothing happened. Nothing. Zero. And trust me, there was a lot of talking behind the scenes of the entity that wanted to make a shakeup, and nothing happened. We acted like it's just another day. That's the power of the people in Onpassive. That's what happens. Amazon shut down tomorrow. If it's shut down tomorrow, will I be upset? No, because if the next day there was B company and they could get me products shipped the same speed as Amazon, what do I care what the name of the company is? Onpassive is different. We want to be here. We love what we did. We all took part in this business. We all did. We all did. We shared. We loved, and we wound up getting people that feel like we do. Listen, I know big marketers. I was so blown away that they wouldn't come in, but now I know why. They have 2020 vision here and they have nothing here. Nothing. If I can't make money right now, I'm not coming in. Okay, that's pretty foolish. That's pretty foolish. And trust me, they're coming in. And all those seeds you planted in 1 year to 5 years in this business, they're coming. Right now, when you drop that seed, you walk on and you think, "Up, that's never going to grow." One day you'll look back and there'll be a forest behind you, and they're all coming. They're coming. They listen. Everybody's a consumer. Everybody wants a good deal. Everybody wants to be in something big. And trust me, 6, 7 months from now, a couple testimonials. I'm not talking about how much you made, but what Onpassive has done for people, it's over. Absolutely over. I'm all done, Red. If you got any closing comments, go for it.
Just one. I know you're having trouble with days of the week now, but you're also having trouble with weeks of the year. And just to clarify, Marty meant 6 weeks' time is the end of the year, not 6 months. Thank you very much.
Did I say 6? Oh my God, I'm a razzle dazzle wacko. Thank you, Red. You took care of me, and Dawn just came in and gave me that look like, "Hey, knucklehead, it's Thursday." Anyway, I want to say something out loud in front of everyone. I got a little bit upset with someone last night, and I want to apologize to Daniel Violet. Daniel, I was wrong. We didn't agree, but I got a little more upset than I should have, and I don't like doing that. You're a good guy. We all go through stuff. So I hope you accept my apologies. I will eat crow anytime I need to. I don't like it. Tastes like crap, but I will do that. Anyway, thank you everybody for being here. Red, you have a great day. And that lady behind you, I believe, tell her to have a great day. There she is. Ha ha! Yeah, there she is. I would imitate her talk, but I can't do it like Chris can. Even though Chris is wrong, but at least it's funny. Anyway, I'll see you all, and thank you so much for being here. I'll be back tomorrow at noon, and I'll bring somebody else, but